Welcome to hell, where most of us are bound to end up at some stage. If you're lucky enough, death does not become the only path to take. If you're lucky enough, you can define your own hell. It's usually a place where demons reside. Take that however you wish. A darkness you try to outrun, and it always creeps behind you. A pain you try to defy. And sometimes, your place in hell can feel like an eternity when it's much, much shorter. Maybe you're actually in hell, if there's such a concept. Maybe your mind forces your perception that you're in hell. Maybe it may as well be hell. And we all ask ourselves, how do we leave hell? How do we rise stronger to rise above the sins drowning us in this despair? 206. There is this light at the end of the tunnel. A light that doesn't scream death, but life. And life will shun the eternal, the hollowed, and red wolf. Jade, sister, I'm going to make it back. No matter how long I'm here, no place like hell can keep me as if I were a prisoner. I will find an escape. I will find a solution. And I will destroy this idea of the crisis. Liam Catterson, Alex Smith, Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup, and Hazel Holmes in The Catterson Chronicles. Series 4, Episode 7, The Cat and the Wolf, by Liam Catterson. For something so compact, this slice of the antimatter universe is, well, ironically ever expanding, testing me in new ways. Every time I think I found a way forward, you just have to throw me back 2 steps. It's getting more and more colder the more I traverse this hell. Well, such an irony, right? Oh, it's just me, isn't it? All because all this time I know he's been observing me, seeing how I can survive, learning how I try to move forward. I said this is hell. Right now, you know I have burning questions that need an answer. Such longevity without closure to some reasons, it can frustrate a person. Having to wait so long, it's like torture. Ah, that must be my demon. Something to hurt me until I can't take any more. The problem is, why this certain hollow? How come I have never seen anything like this when I have encountered hollowed activity before? Oh, not the first hollowed to have spoken to me, though you do seem a little different. Oh, I get it. You're my torturer. You want me in whatever depiction of hell this is. Well, good luck catching up to me. The eroding atmosphere chipping away at my heels to the point I have to keep running. Nothing but a lingering decay following me like a beast to its prey. Why is this hell? That's what I think it is, at least. Why did he send me? No. Why did he betray me? So many questions, so little time. Quite literally. If I stop to reflect on how I missed the signs, what I could have done to prevent this, I will be consumed. I know that because this force has been chasing me for goodness how long. All whilst I try to find a light at the end. And sometimes the light might shine on you when you never expect it. Is that a hallway? Narrowed down for only a person to squeeze through as if it was designated to be hidden away behind all these branches. There is a door, a random door thrown across this world. And yet, why would a door be shown to me? The only door in this existence. I can search for so long with no answers to connect to my question other than that this is either a trap so randomly placed nobody would consider it. But Wolf knows I'm not nobody. This is a personal prison, so my other theory is the possibility it could be a way out. But it could be a way out and a trap at the same time.
Lyra was thinking you were never going to find your way out of here. Hope the accommodation is above standard for you.
So, you finally decided to show up.
It was only a matter of time before I grew tired and bored, watching you run around in circles, hoping the next turn would lead to your escape, all to find a silly old door leading you to your return. I don't see myself as someone who is rude, especially when I went through such lengths for you to be entertained. Oh, not yet, my friend, but I get it, sadly. I'm just projecting myself here from the other side of the antimatter universe for the time being. Tell me, how long did it take you until you realized where you were?
If you're not too much of a coward, Wolf, you would allow me to escape, and then we could settle this ourselves.
I'm not stopping you. As you just proved, I'm actually not here. So go ahead. Go through the door.
Wait a second. That sound. A system of mechanics unlike anything other. If I were to make an assumption, dwarf star alloy. Accessible, granted, just... Oh, okay. I see what you've done.
I love it when you use your mind, being so deep in thought, putting the numbers together.
So all I have to do is get through the locking system. A system not only designated to prevent me from escaping with ease, but to be designed to be the perfect prison. Allowing me to spend, well, an eternity here.
I forgot how you astonish me, Liam. To be fair, I came up with the idea, I came up with all of this. The Eternal knew you would be a hindrance, and so a little bit of reflection from home gave me an insanely devastating idea.
Great, just great. One question, though. Why are you working with her? Weren't you against this crisis?
When an opportunity presents itself, sometimes you do have to take it. Just like your older days, right? One day, you would eventually defy everything you swore to not become and did what was best. In your eyes. One that saw our world shattered. Change. It's who we are.
But what could be so important that you chose the end of everything over what is the lesser of two evils for you?
Do I tell you? Do I let you linger to scratch your head over the possibilities to convince me to stand by with pride over everything burning?
Well, I want answers. Is everything what you said to me true about the crisis, the law of the eternal, how everything came to be?
What I said at Outer Heaven was right. That I didn't want to lie to you. Sure, I could have manipulated things to throw you off, to play with your silly little head. But you had a right to know. As someone who once stood by my side wanting to rectify this crisis.
Then why? Throwing information at me like your greatest confessions. Why all this time are you siding with the Eternal?
You should know me better, Liam. What have I always said, silly? Survival. This for me. It's the best choice.
How is everything turning to antimatter? Not just in this universe, but every single universe out there. The best choice.
I guess the question is, are you going to deny my reasoning? Or shall you contemplate how game-changing this could be for not just me, but for you?
Just tell me! What is so important for you to choose this path?
The return of Ursula.
No. That's impossible. We both know that I shattered that planet to ashes.
And we're in the midst of a battle between two of the most powerful entities in the whole of creation. We are nothing but ants compared to the eternal and the infinite. Besides, you saw Ursula, remember?
That was actually Ursula?
Also a corpse preparing its return to shrug off decay. Think of it like, well, a grim rebirth, basically. A necrotic womb, essentially. Preparing the foundations of what life could return. Sadly, the people known to be Ursilians, they won't be brought back. However, a new era could be born. From the ashes, we all shall rise.
No. It's vulgar. You're selling your soul to something that shouldn't even happen. That might not even be worth bringing back.
I was given a promise. I aid the Eternal in destroying everything so the antimatter universe can exist solely, and Ursula can exist, out of the way, in a pocket dimension. I'm not letting you take that away from me.
How do you know that this promise won't be broken? You said it yourself, the Eternal is the most powerful being in all of creation, so what's stopping her from betraying and killing you if she gets the chance? If she wins?
Do I die or do I die? I've always done everything to ensure survival. I told you that your efforts to emerge victorious are wasted. How many planets have you gone to hoping to save him, only for it to be a lost cause? Not to mention your sister too. She's been aiding the Infinite in trying to save worlds screaming for help, only to come up short.
And yet, you trapped me here. If my efforts are not of concern, why am I here?
Typical. As usual, you think you're the star of the show. Sure, you are a focus, no doubt, but not a hindrance. See, with the Eternal, you are no threat, which has to speak volumes about how much of a chance you stand. Doesn't matter what her sister has to say, this is harsh reality. With me, it's getting the opportunity to extract revenge. You have done so much to me that has had a negative impact. I was promised you would be mine to torment. You were never a concern, Liam. You were just a trophy for when all seemed to be lost. You are my amusement, my toy, as everything collapses to an eternal end.
Wolf, please. If there is a way...
Just save yourself the pain of begging me to help you. There is no hope. I was made a promise. I was offered hope for myself. Aligning with you is not going to alter my desires, especially if I have the opportunity to torture you to oblivion. Well, the time for chatting is over, for now, at least. Sadly, there is no escape. How will you escape back to reality in time? This narrow doorway, it corners you, as will the One.
The One?
A little experiment that has been worked upon. Bolstered form of a hollow which admittedly still in the alpha stages. Anyway, Mustache, the show is about to start.
No! Wolf! No way to escape this thing. My best hope is I can somehow think that Wolf was lying, and that unlocking this door is not going to take an eternity. Though, if my deductions are accurate... No! No! Come on! No, 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 no! Ah!
Not to sound insensitive, but staring at that cursed relic isn't going to bring him back.
There has to be a way. There has to be. Ugh, I knew he shouldn't have trusted him. He should have damned him the second we saw him again.
We cannot think about that now. We need to know how to bring him back. No. Is that what I think it is?
The engines have stalled. I think what is happening is having an impact on the Orbis. We're stranded in the middle of her return.
Yeah, well, I am not letting them attack us whilst we're defenseless.
Lyra, as much as I would love to take them on right now, I think we have to wait.
We cannot wait forever. At some point, we're going to have to try something, and that includes anything to get these engines up and running.
I know. But what can we do? The planet will be swarmed by the Hollowed. Best we can do is send a distress signal, I guess. Our only shot on seeing if we can contact anyone.
I'm going to kill that wolf guy when he gets back.
Join the club. What could he possibly gain from tricking us? He's going to be as much a victim in this crisis as we are.
Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. Or maybe he's stubborn and thinks if he betrays us, he will get a happily ever after.
Wouldn't be the first time. There's always an agenda for Wolf. He could have struck when we first saw him. Where's your god? Fancy being AWOL when things have taken a turn for the worse?
After what I, or rather she, did, I think she's trying to regain her strength.
Oh, is she now? I'd like to take a bit of a rest too, but instead, I want to find a way to not only free the person that I love out of this stupid orb, but also fight anything against us in this crisis.
She's only resting because she's vulnerable. I feel like she's acknowledged the inevitable that her sister will walk across the universes and destroy anything she sees. When the Eternal possessed me, I could feel it. It wasn't her full power, and yet it was enough to exhaust the infinite.
Yeah, well, she can rest any other time. Any other time. We need all the help we can get. Liam is gone, she's gone, we're in a powerless Orbis. We cannot afford to be this vulnerable now.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna try to put my mind on how I can access this prison. There has to be a way. There has to be a way. Liam, if you can hear me, I'm going to get you out of there. I promise.
Death is not the end. Many cultures and races have an opinion on what comes after you die. But what do they say when you die in actual hell? Not the example of battling your personal demons. When the devil tortures you to the point you give up, what happens then? That's the scary thought of the afterlife. Nobody can spread the message. Our fates are a manner of unpredictability.
I will count that as death. There's been a lot. I think it's 206. How are you continuing to physically fight? Wow.
Wait. 206? The markings on the wall.
Oh yeah, that was because every time you thought you were going around in circles, guess what? You died. And you died again. And again. And, well, you get the picture. Your mind, it did this clever little thing where it wanted to tell you something wasn't right, and you had to chalk down a mark, one that would eventually be revealed at the number of deaths you faced.
But can't recall dying apart from that.
Funny, isn't it? I feel rude for not presenting introductions prior. Welcome to my playground. I thought you persevered long enough to get the real introduction of what is going to happen. Prior to that, I had to wipe your time here clean because it's just fun, if I'm honest. I guess, to quote the degenerate Earth's saying, like running around like a headless chicken. The Eternal has been gracious enough to supplement me the means to, well, basically, torture you. Yes, this is hell for you.
What? Am I?
No. You know, the escape that was locked behind a dwarf star alloyed mechanism? That's real. That is the gateway between your conscious linking with your physical body, which is comatose in the Orbis. Oh, and a little birdie has informed me that with the Eternal's escape, the Orbis has died. What a shame!
Get me out of these vines, or whatever you've restrained me in!
In time, you never skip the tutorial. Or are you begging to be blindsided by what is to come? Now that you've begun activating the lock between this world and your world, the fun can begin! You're going to encounter your worst demons, and just to throw a bit of fairness into the mix, your way to the door to escape is exactly where it was previously. So you know where to go. Just, can you escape in time before your body gives up?
What do you mean?
Well, you've died here 200-ish times. Sooner or later your body will not be able to handle it, and there will come a point, eventually, that if you cannot escape, you will sadly be rendered brain dead. And even for our kind, that's not something we can shrug off with a simple regeneration. Stop wasting time struggling. I'll let you out. You're just so impatient, so annoying.
I will find a way to stop you and the Eternal, no matter how long it takes. No matter how much it takes out of me.
Fitting you say that, because I'm going to enjoy breaking you, no matter how many yous it takes. Anything is possible here for me. Your suffering will be my own creativity. Furthermore, I can zip in and out of this dimension, so I might miss some of the shenanigans that might happen to you. End of everything is a pretty demanding occupation.
I never see anything to be impossible. And I will defy the odds, like I always do.
Better speed things up if you hate dying that much, because here comes the fun.
So many questions would race in my head. How do I win? How long can I keep this up? Is the forgotten past too detrimental to my physical health? So many questions and not enough time. I'm in the race of my life. Did I ever tell you that I was a runner back in my youth on Orsella? I didn't. Marathons were held for fun every year. I always competed because I loved the running. This time, I hate it. It's completely black now. What's your game, Wolf? Think you can sneak a surprise on me? What the hell? A hallway?
Not just any old hallway.
Wait a second. Outer heaven!
What would torture be if I didn't include something you damn so much? Your sins led you here before. It will again.
No, Big Boss.
Not real, of course. You made sure of that. But we both know seeing him leading and on the cusp of leading Earth to a new age made you feel vulnerable, deflated. The pain never goes away.
Let's settle this, Liam. You do not have what it takes to live in this world. You are a barrier for life to progress. You do not have what it takes to defeat this crisis. Not happening. You're not here. You're just a phantom of my past. An attempt to force me to accept defeat. But you're gonna have to try harder than that, Wolf!
I cannot lie. I thought you would tremble just a little bit. But you and I both know this is just the warm-up phase, and I think visiting old yet future wounds is a nice way to spice things up. Right?
The only guaranteed future is preventing you from damaging the multiverse. There has to be a way for you to see the error of your ways.
There was. All because of you. And it led me down the path I am on right now.
Then allow me to just atone for what happened. I wasn't perfect. Far from it. I just want you to see the light. That this isn't the way.
You can atone for what you've done by damning yourself. Admitting all your sins until you break.
I cannot give you that power.
And you, even you, cannot run forever.
Hey, if you can hear me, I know you can hear me. You need to wake up. Because I know there's something you're not telling me. Not in a bad way. You had something to tell me. And I need to know, Liam. So please. Please. What the hell is that bright light? Wow, you took your time. You need to get Liam back. Look at him. He's right here, comatose. He's unresponsive and his mind is trapped in this stupid thing that was attached to the stupid sword. Everything is going to shit. There's no time to rest, vulnerable or not. Hell, did I rest when I was injured in the Universal War? No, I kept pushing. Because the alternative is letting the enemy take advantage, putting us back and risking innocents to die when our job is, if anything, giving them more time. And this is what you're allowing your twin to do. Whilst she is breaking free, whilst Liam is out cold, whilst me and your soldier are stuck and stranded here. I'm sorry you're not 100%. None of us are. But sheltering away in a time of need helps nobody, not even you.
The confidence you bestow against me. Admirable. I am preparing for a fight against my twin, one that might arrive earlier than I had foreseen. I cannot promise I have the abilities to awaken your friend, but I shall attempt to push him further to consciousness. However, I must question for if he comes back. What is the plan against my sister and her disciples? I doubt we alone will be able to prove good enough force.
Well, if you're here and plan to fight against your sister and she traps Liam because she's obviously worried about the damage he will do against her, isn't that enough?
The Eternal is a threat beyond one's imagination. Not even I am aware of how my abilities will compare to her. Multiple factors are at work with the Eternal. The Hollowed, Red Wolf, the crisis sweeping across all the Earths.
She's right. We've been fighting ever since me and Liam were on Earth 3 with an arm and a leg tied behind our backs. Every life is at risk, and they've just been in the warm-up phases. We're not enough.
Okay, but we can't just recruit anyone. We need those who will and can fight.
That's why when the Orbis wants to wake up, I'm going to our Earth. I know somebody who may help. The last time I saw this person, they may not have been in the best conditions mentally. I need you and the Infinite to find a way to rescue Liam.
Jade. It's Jade. Liam just twitched. My brother, can you hear me?
Seems like he is pushing closer towards restoration. However, we must be cautious. The road for his consciousness to exit the antimatter universe is a difficult path. He might take weeks, if anything, to recover.
Time we do not have. Come on, beautiful. Come back home. I know you can do it.
Ah! Here you are. The doorway for my escape. Just when can I guarantee escape?
Fine. How about I throw you a bone, right? The good news is, every time you die and start from the beginning again, the locks will never reset themselves because I like to give others a fighting chance. I know, I'm great. The bad news is, by the time you unravel every lock, it will be too late. This truly is a test of one's mentality and a race against time. But you can cut to the finish and take the shortcut. Surrender, Liam.
You're not going to make it easy for me. I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Fair enough. It will get boring killing you over and over again. I'd like to take the final kill. So I'll allow what will demolish humanity to be converted into something hollowed to diminish you.
Yeah, well, won't stop me from trying. Over and over again.
True. But remember, your physical state will handle it less and less every time. How long can it last? How much do you have in the tank? There is a breaking point, Liam, and I will get you to reach that point.
Good luck with that.
See you back at the starting line.
You know, whatever the Eternal made you into, I can defeat you.
Die.
I'll choose to decline that option. Thank you very much.
You shall die.
Well, kill me as you must, my friend, but I promise, before you can outright kill me, I'm breaking through these doors.
Oh, sorry, snoozing for a second there. I've been waiting forever for you to die.
Let's cut the small talk. Let me go.
Look, I love the chase. Would feel a bit unfair letting you go whilst you were still catching your breath. Then again, you were always stubborn. You were injured from one adventure. 5 minutes later, ooh, let's go on another dangerous mission. You're a liability to yourself.
Better to risk being a liability to myself than to everything in the universe. Tell me, Wolf, does it make you happy? Knowing you're killing everything in existence, knowing that might be your legacy. Being a sidekick to something revolting. First Big Boss, now the Eternal.
Listen, Liam, if I wanted a lecture about morality from someone, it wouldn't be from you, would it, Destroyer? How can you look me in the eye and say if I am ashamed of destroying everything when you destroyed my everything? Our home, our people, my... You say you did what was the best thing. Now I am too. Well, until the next time, rumour has it my friend isn't that far behind you. See you soon.
The benefit of the retention of memory. My mind feels Wolf has slipped up. The negative is the deaths I encounter along the way. I want to estimate it adds a decade to my mentality every time I come back to the start line. It would be around several to 10 years, depending how long I keep running as I measure the signs in the environment around me. Even if they appear in red, I can assess the structure. I can equate that to how my body is reacting. Ah!
Well. Finally understanding the truth on who you are. I love a good reveal.
Jack! Wait. No, you're not Jack.
Well, you must feel so glorious whenever you're right. superiority above superiority. Still, there is always that hidden dilemma deepening itself inside you. You lack superiority against me.
How come I beat you before? How come you can never beat me naturally?
Because no matter what, I always adapt. And I will always find ways on crushing you. Am I a fair man? Is this universe you work so hard on protecting fair? I do what I can to defeat you, and guess what? I am going to do it again, and again, and again, until your head bleeds because of my superiority. I am going to make you question why Daddy gave birth to such an abomination like you.
Because I will always be the superior brother. No matter who is the brother with the insane gene!
Not bad. This is, it's funny.
Another personal obstacle to try and manipulate my head. Another attempt down the drain. A factor I know about my best friend. He knows me and my weaknesses, my strengths, everything about me too well. If you're aspiring to train someone, they must know what holds you back, what empowers you, what can kill you, if they are wanting to succeed. He knows my supposed future and my brother. They are strong antagonists in my life. And yet, easy examples to try and make me misplace my foot on this tightrope I walk on.
The Orbis. She's back online.
Okay, good news for us. But we need to be out of this storm as soon as we can so we do not get stranded again. Until we find a way to tell the Eternal where to stick it, we need people to stand up against her. Otherwise, she's already won.
Easier said than done, right? Are you going to rally your peoples of Earth to stand and fight for a cause they'll be massacred in?
My incarnations have met a certain person on a few occasions. And there are occasions where we make allies who will help us no matter what. Lyra, set a course for Earth. Durham, 2022.
Is this the music for you? Torturing me, killing me over and over again in the hopes I will give up on this door to escape.
It is. I am willing to see how far you are willing to go before cracking like an egg. I'm willing to see when you will realize you were truly the terrible one. This world is my creative freedom, my paradise, my heaven, and your hell.
We can take the fight to the Eternal. Nothing is impossible.
I used to believe that, once upon a time. Your wisdom was a strength. Concepts that would expand my perception on life. And you started to change. All that idolization was a lie. What was it truly for?
Wolf, I made mistakes, but you were going your own path. You were starting to concern me. And I had to see you not as someone I admired, but someone who was a potential threat.
Oh, do not speak of my actions as if all you did was for the greater good. Oh, look at me losing my cool. Sorry about that, but you should know when prisoners get out of hand, they need to be dealt with.
You're trying to talk to me? To distract me?
I'm just entertained to see what's running through your head. All those calculations you're making before you have to do this all over again.
Why the disguise then? Why hide yourself behind a skull mask as if you were Afraid of your identity being out in the open.
That mask helped me survive antimatter, as well as summon the Hollowed. I can't be hanging with my new friends long enough without a mask. But then again, your people, aka the rats known as humans, they should know about that, right? Surviving for too long within the realms of the antimatter universe would destroy anyone who isn't a god.
So, am I a god, then? I've spent so long here.
Oh, the Eternal didn't want you to suffer like this. You have an aura around you, protecting lesser beings from the effect of antimatter. Until you at least die here, failing to escape. Oh, it's here. Well, best be on my way. Don't want to get caught up in a situation like this. Don't want to get caught up in a more than likely messy situation.
Make sure that I get the hell out of here. The One cannot stop me. You think you can keep me here forever? Never to break through this dwarf star alloyed lock, but I am chipping away. And I know deep down, you are losing confidence. It might take me a while. Several hundred years. 1,000, maybe 1,000,000. Death cannot keep me down. We keep trying. And I will keep...
Hey, it's me, Jade. I've been looking for you all this time.
Jade? You look...
Different. I get that a lot. Hey, Alex. You look different yourself.
What gave it away? Absence from the world just seems to be something impossible. Who's this?
This is Lyra. She's Liam's sister.
Sister. Where is the person in question?
Well, he's been kidnapped. And to be honest, we're going to need all the help we can get. We're in the fight of our lives, literally. We need all the help we can get if we are to save this universe and every other universe out there.
Why would I be of any help? Why? Why should I care?
Alex, I know a lot has happened to you. But this is not you. Your cybernetic suit. You might see that as something that has stripped away the person you once were. But Liam is wanting as much help as possible, and that includes you.
Tell me something. You've lost everything. Your life, your partner, your identity. And the worlds are about to come to an end. What do you do then?
I find that spark that wants me to keep going. Because I was there once. The day the Risers invaded Earth. I lost Liam. I lost myself. I was hurting. But a few people helped me push forward and do what Liam would want me to do. And now, as one of the people who helped me find that spark, I'm wanting you to find that spark. Right now. When all looks to be lost, when Liam and I and trillions of others could do with your help. Please.
You've raised some interesting pointers. But I cannot guarantee that I'll be of much help. Neither survival. Besides, if Liam doesn't try at least to put a stop to this, we're all screwed.
I told you. I am not going to give up.
No, you do not touch the mask. I told you that on Earth 3. Now, you can do this all over again. You can be tortured, you can die, be brought back. That cycle will keep repeating. Or you can understand what I am doing, disregard the futility of being that beacon of hope, accept the way things are going to be, and everyone that has seen the birthing of life will have a few more years, at most. I am trying to save you. Are you not grateful?
Your idea of saving someone is poisonous. Look at who you are, who you're working for, what you're doing. You know I will not allow you to succeed. Those doors will be unlocked, no matter how many times you have to kill me. Now I know which way the door is. I calculate how much time I have before the uber hollowed chasing me, comes to burn my mind and send me back to the start line. At most, several hours seems to be the best bet, but time is lessening. I think right now, I am at attempt 504. But the distance between mental and physical stability is beyond me.
See, the Eternal doesn't ideally want you to die right here. But if you die, you die. She doesn't have that personal connection we'd have. And to be fair, I wouldn't mind seeing you give up, knowing you don't want to live anymore. Because of me.
You know I have a way. Your superiority is temporary.
But I think not, old friend. You will die completely today. You're showing weakness, defeat. There is no way back for you. So many attempts, so much detrimental feedback in your mind. It's not worth it.
Then, what is the point of all of this?
What do you think hell is like? Your stubbornness suggests you will know a lot sooner than I will. Because let's face it, all of our kind are probably burning away there, if that. Or the alternative is a destination for where we go after we finally die. I am no different.
Is this it then? You're warming me up for the main event to mock me whilst you feel like you have an advantage over me.
Don't be a fool. You keep trying to put a spin on things, but before long and not too far away, you will realize that overconfidence has caused you to die.
It's always me. I'm always running from death. I'm always pushed to decide what to do. This is my hell. To die and not be fair on my loved ones, or to relinquish my life and not be fair on my loved ones. I can never win. Whatever I do, it will never be enough. Not even for the ones I used to love. But then, there was once a person, long ago, who told me, no matter if they love you or hate you, no matter the odds, the stakes. DWLD. Sarah Penelope told me that, and a part of me never understood that. But then, this day happened. Tried to keep myself alive. I'm not going to bend my will to you, Wolf. I'm going to keep going. Because every reboot I have endured, the locks sound different, more decayed. And at this point, the rust of an old gate has better security. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly through to my world. I'm nearly through to stopping the eternal, the hollowed, and I did it! I did.
You saw that, right? Brother, can you hear me?
That's a good sign, right?
Without access to the antimatter universe, where his mind resides at this time, I think we can get an idea that he is somehow winning, but I cannot tell how long he has spent there. The prison he is trapped in could age his mind quicker than the time passes here, and the longer he stays there, the greater the chance he might not make it back out.
So is there a way we can access the antimatter universe? Maybe the same way Wolf trapped Liam in there?
It's highly unrecommended. but possible.
And you didn't think to tell me this?
The antimatter universe is a dangerous place. The possibility of your mind being trapped there has a very high chance, and it's not something we can afford to risk.
Infinite. I know I have been wanting to listen to you, but you need to listen to me. Next sign that doesn't sound optimistic for my brother, someone is going in. I don't care how dangerous it is. If we lose Liam, I will never be able to forgive you, and we will lose someone important for this crisis.
Oh, not stopping to chit-chat?
I have you beaten. It was such an impossibility in your mind, but I have you beaten.
Just remember, I still have a few tricks up my sleeve, and the one is now closer than you could possibly imagine. Ooh, close call there. Hope you're able to keep running, my friend.
Sometimes in life, you have to lose to win. What my mind has done, for however many times I've revisited this door, keeps victory in my mind. Because there are a load of people counting on me to be the man they see me as. Someone who never fails, who never embraces defeat, even if it stares me in the face with its sinister eyes. No matter what keeps me back. Ah! My leg! The damage I have sustained over the course of these events has seemingly taken its toll. But here I am, trying to push my mind to ignore any obstructions. It should not matter if it's myself or anything Wolf throws at me. The finish line is close. But then what is the finish line in all of this? Escape from here? Or escape from living? Come on. Move! Move! I see the open door. It's there. Push through the pain. It's only going to sting for a few moments. Go away. I don't know how much more my body can take. Come on!
Pathetic. And yet you were almost there. I will say, I am impressed. But look at you. Even on the restart, you're sporting a few injuries. Keep this up and you won't make it. Are you sure you're willing to die for this when you could have done something greater with the time you had left?
Letting you win. It's not happening.
I'm sorry, Liam. But buzz! Time's up. If I were to recklessly allow you free reign, well, that would be no fun on my part. I said I will get the final kill, and because your pathetic small mind is connected to here, it means I can get a sense of how your body is coping. And my diagnosis, I have to say, it was not looking good. I can't lie. I'm disappointed, just when you were on the cusp of returning to life.
Let me go. We will settle this one-on-one. Or are you too cowardly to take matters into your own hands?
Liam, I am taking matters into my own hands. But I am not going to waste my time releasing you only for you to A, bolt and try to play me, also depriving me from taking the ultimate kill, or B, stick around and get humiliated because you thought you could hold your own, like a drunk person trying to act sober. But if you have any other requests, I'll do my best.
No! Liam's beginning to seize up.
More punishment in the antimatter universe. He won't be able to take more of it. His mind will be lost there forever with no hope on returning.
I'm going in because we cannot lose Liam. I can't lose Liam.
Is this even safe? For you?
I don't care. My health is far better than Liam's at the moment, and I'm not risking him being a death again. And I have the perfect idea. Lyra, I need you to pull down the cerebral helmet. It's the black button underneath the front panel. Infinite, I know you have antimatter particles with you. You need to infuse them with me.
This is dangerous. Even someone of your species.
Yeah, well, I'm not just an Orcellian, and I'm not letting my Liam lay there and perish.
What shall I do?
You need to keep an eye on the Orbis, just in case the Eternal's emergence stalls it. Mundane, I know. But we're covered down here.
I don't know how to fly this thing.
You don't need to fly her. Just keep an eye on the scanner. Liam, I'm coming. I promise. You're not going to die on me.
I think you're at the end of your tether. Please, Liam. For your own good, just surrender.
No. I won't. I will never.
Such an idiot!
Ah!
I gave you 708 chances. And even when you finally broke through that door, you couldn't make it. It was pathetic seeing you crawl, the horizon lighting the way for you. I said, I want the final kill.
Wolf, please. You're good. Inside. Let me speak.
Make it quick.
Unbinding me. Even now. It proves something. But I'm not gloating. I just need to tell you. You have been led with pain and devastation. Dominance and dismay all your life. You adopted the survival instinct just so you can stand tall. But we can defeat her. The odds are against us, but nothing is impossible. We just need hope. And you are one of the strongest, amazing warriors I've known. Please. I know you want to. Please. Ow!
Connect me.
3, 2, 1.
Bored now. You don't carry the strength I thought you would hold. I admired you, but now... Goodbye, Liam.
No, Liam! No!
It's not going to work. You are weak. Thousands of years trapped. How much more do you really think you can take?
Enough. For love.
Liam! Come on, we don't have long.
No, I'll kill them!
I'm sorry, Liam. I won't let you win, no matter what.
Brother. Please. Don't leave me now.
She knew the risk, but she went for him anyways.
That's love. She must love him dearly. Brother! Thank gods.
Jade.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. I got you.
I love you.
I love you too. So much. I'm not letting go of you ever again. I promise.
It's great to have you back, man.
Alex? What?
I'll explain it sometime later.
Best to, because you need to look outside.
Is that a crack?
No, that isn't a crack. It's two parts in space and time colliding with one another. More specifically, the merging of the location of the antimatter area previously holding the Eternal and our universe.
She's free. Finally, my ascension begins. Stranded in a limited section, removed from all life, I am finally released. The Eternal is free!
Yeah. She's free. And we might have failed in saving everyone in this crisis. In The Cat and the Wolf, Liam Catterson, Big Boss, and Jack Catterson was played by Liam Catterson. Red Wolf was played by Alex Smith. Jade Coraxis was played by Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup. Lyra was played by Hazel Holmes. The Infinite was played by Brianna Wing. Alex Kennedy was played by Jonathan Beetles. The Eternal was played by Brittany Carrillo. Next time on the Catterson Chronicles.
Home, sweet home.
There will be a time where you will make the ultimate sacrifice.
We will continue to fight until our last breath.
I have seen the outcomes where you defy this sacrifice, and they all end the same way.
I'm not going to tell my brother he's going to sacrifice himself.
The end of everything. Forever.
Our fates have been destined for some time.
You're a so-called god. This is the best I get.
I'm going to kill you for what you did to my brother.
You do not have what it takes to defeat me. Not the two of you, not the whole team.
I will still witness the eradication of you all.
May you all suffer!
Brother!
No!
It was never going to go how you'd imagined it.